Welcome back, everybody, to the San Diego Padres Draft Only franchise. We just wrapped up season 2. Now we're headed to the off season, and I'm going to make a change in my Draft Only series. I normally don't do a standalone episode for the off season and spring training, but I'm going to start doing that now with this one instead. I've got some things we need to cover, and I want to be able to have a detailed look at our prospects in the off season and not just kind of blow through it and you guys never see how much they progress. So we're going to do the offseason. We'll go through all of our signings that we need to do, go through the Rule 5 draft, see if there's anybody we can add to make this team better, show you all the other big free agent signings or any trades in the offseason, and then get into spring training and see if there's anybody we have to add to the 40-man that we want to take a look at in spring training. I am not going to put Ethan Salas on the 40-man yet, even though he's a 78 overall. He's 20 years old. I'm not going to do it. Also not going to put Cruz Schoolcraft on there at 19. So I want to get these guys a little bit higher in their overalls, closer to 80 overalls, so when they hit the major leagues, they can take off and get that, hopefully, Rookie of the Year award, PPI pick for us right away. So I did make some changes to the team as far as positions go. So starting pitcher, I was going to move Chris Matt to a bullpen spot, but I'm going to keep him in the rotation because we only have 2 right-hand starting pitchers in the rotation from last year. We got a bunch of lefties: Schoolcraft, Mayfield, Mazzucato, Cruz, Fry, Ferris. All these guys are left-handed. Jackson Wolf. So we've got some guys that we need to keep in the rotation just to balance things out. So we're going to do that there. I did make one change. We don't see Jonathan Long here at first base, and that's because I moved him to third base. So he'll start at third base this year. I'm going to move Jacob Reimer down to the minor leagues, probably Double-A, and try and get him progressed up, give him everyday playing time down there rather than wasting a year on our bench again. We have Blaze Jordan, who will be in the major leagues. He'll back us up at first and third, and he might even be our DH. He's got solid numbers across the board, just doesn't have the greatest defense. Everything's in the 50s, pushing 60, so I think he can definitely help us in that spot. Shannon Valdez, moved him from third base to second base. I left third base as a secondary, even added first base. He's got a great arm, can hit the ball well, doesn't have enough power. His defense isn't great. It's going to take a while for him to develop. He is 19 years old as well, and I'm going to put power and defense as his training emphasis in the season. Jump back and forth between the two, and hopefully he can progress up and be able to get to the majors at some time in the near future, maybe when he's 21 or 22. But I'm going to move him off third base where his defense and his power really doesn't play. Orlando Arcia is going to be a free agent. I'm going to let him leave. I'm not going to re-sign him. We did move Jacob Gonzalez to short, and I plan on him being our starting shortstop this next year. We don't have a whole lot of prospects in the outfield. Outside of Jackson Merrill, we don't have a whole lot. Kevin Alvarez is going to stay in the minors till he's 20 or 21 as well. So definitely going to be looking for some impact bats in the outfield, whether it's in the Rule 5 draft or in the regular season draft. So I just want to catch you up on some minor changes I made to positions on players and what my thoughts are going forward. So let's get into this offseason. We'll go through it, show the guys we're keeping, see if there's anybody we want to extend long term, and move on and get some spring training gameplay in on this episode, kind of a bridge into our third season. This will not be a super long video. I'll try to keep it like right at an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. It doesn't need to be super long. So anyway, let's get started with the offseason. And retired players, we had somebody we just signed in the offseason, 20-year-old D potential guy, and just a roster filler, and he retired. That's strange. I was going to cut him anyway, so it doesn't matter. Other guys, Giancarlo Stanton retires, ended up with 508 home runs. Seth Lugo retired. John Manaea, Jacob deGrom, what did he end up with? 113 wins, 2,000 strikeouts, and just under 1,800 innings, 273 career ERA. Good. Too bad he didn't stay healthy. Been nice to see what his stats are. Merrill Kelly, he retires. Kenley Jansen retired. We'll see if he gets to the Hall of Fame or not. Andrew McCutchen, and nobody was induced into the Hall of Fame. And then we have our 2 exclusive negotiation free agents, Steven Matz and Orlando Arcia. We're going to let both of these guys go and probably try to find replacements in the Rule 5 draft, just see what's out there and available. I need to cut at least 5 guys off the roster before we get started, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back and show you who got cut. And we just drafted him a year or two ago, Adrian Francisco, but 50 overall. Those numbers are so low. A bunch of things in the 20s. At 19, he's just going to take forever, even though he's a C potential. So we're going to cut him loose and see if somebody else wants him. Okay, players we cut to get down to a All right, players that we cut to get down to a legal roster. Got rid of shortstop Wyatt Hoffman, pitchers Adrian Francisco, Sean Boyle, Omar Cruz. Then we again let Arcia and Matz go as free agents, and then we re-signed a bunch of renewable guys. You can see all their names right there. We have 2 guys up for arbitration. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to cut Tristan McKenzie because he's horrible in this game. So he is going bye-bye. Gets us down to 91. And then we'll offer Reyes a contract in arbitration, see if we can get him nailed down quick. And the rest of these guys all need contracts. And I think I'm going to try to get these first 3 guys to extended contracts beyond just a renewable stage. And I think there's anybody else here I want to do that with. So I'll get the rest of these guys signed and I'll be right back. All right, offered contract, 5 years, $25 million for Jonathan Long, 5 years, $27 million for Max Anderson. Xavier Isaac was super cheap. That's barely $3 million a year, 5 years at 16.8. Brandon Waddell, 2 years at 2.2. Clayton Dungan, I'm going to actually take him off the 40-man. And once he clears waivers, then I'll add him back at a much cheaper price. Now for 40-man roster, we have to add Miguel Mendez and Kash Mayfield if we don't want to lose those guys. I don't think they'd go, but I don't want to chance it, especially since Mendez is one of our few right-handed pitchers that is has a higher rating. So I will add both those guys to the 40-man. And now we're in here looking at free agents that are undrafted that we can add and improve a depth in the organization. If I find any of those guys, I will let you know who they are. Okay, see right there, we signed Derek Bernard, Yo Ferry Rodriguez, and Edgar Villa, John Short, those 4 guys to contracts to fill in the bottom of our minor league rosters. Got rid of DJ Snelton, Nick Schnell, and Carlos Rodriguez. So there we go. That's taken care of. Got some younger players in the organization. They're all D potential, but they're younger and about the same overall as the guys we're getting rid of. And Xavier Isaac signed his 5-year contract. Jonathan Long signed his. Pablo Reyes took his $810,000 contract instead of arbitration. Brandon Waddell signed as well. So we're just waiting on Max Anderson. Dugan, we can get him renewed right now for $60,000. There you go. Waiting on Max, and everybody else will be signed on the dotted line. First free agent signing, Joan Duran, Phillies, 2 years, $31 million. William Contreras stays with Milwaukee. Misak Paredes goes to the Red Sox. Wow, he hit 46 home runs. And Max Anderson signed his 5-year contract, so everybody is signed in the organization. Nick Lodolo, 8 years, $205 million to the Royals. Jeremy Pena stays with Houston, 10 years, $320 million. Wow. Joe Ryan goes to the Braves, 8 years, $305 million. And after we passed the date that everybody had to have a contract offered, we found this guy out here in free agency, Manuel Pena. He's 24-year-old C potential, undrafted. And he's got better hit skills than a couple of guys we have on the team. So we're going to add him and get rid of one of the other first basemen in the organization. And we're going to cut Albert Fabian. And here's another undrafted 23-year-old Jansel Luis. Second, short, and third is his positions, and we're going to sign him as well. And he will replace Nick Solak. And Logan Gilbert signs with the Orioles, 7 years, $241 million. And now it's draft lottery day. See, the Rockies had the worst record in baseball. Angels and Nationals with 99 losses. Twins and Padres with 96. So we'll hit the simulate button and see where we are. Hopefully, maybe get a little luck and move into the top 3. Definitely don't want to drop down. Oh my goodness, look at that. We jumped to number 1. The Twins jumped to 2. Tigers jumped to 4. Angels go down 3. Rockies drop 6. Bad luck on them, but wow, I wanted to get in the top 3. We got to number 1. and drag the Twins with us. So, hey, there we go. We get the #1 pick. Let's see if we can find a generational player. We definitely need one, especially in the outfield. And we've reached Rule 5 draft day. We have 28 guys on the 40-man, so we could actually take 12 players if we wanted to. I don't think we're going to do that, but we could upgrade one of our starting pitchers, get a better right-handed pitcher. That'd be great. If we can upgrade anybody in the bullpen, that would be great. I don't know if there'll be a better catcher than these two guys. We'll always look and see. Need a shortstop, somebody that can back up second, short, maybe even third. That would be great to find a utility player in the draft. And maybe we can find somebody that can help us in left field or right field. So we'll just take a look and see what's out there. All right, we pick 5th. So could have 4 guys go before our first pick. 3 of them go. Get a reliever, Juan Yepez. He could have been somebody that we could have taken, play DH. Better bats, better contact than Blaze Jordan, but didn't get him. Tyler Gentry. He goes, so let's see what's out there. Ooh, Seaver King. Look at that. 24-year-old B potential. Can play second, short, third, left, center, right. Hitting is okay spot. That might be our answer for utility player. And he's young, and he's a B. All right, so he moves to the top of the board. This guy's only a 61 overall. Let's go by position. Reed Detmers. Don't like that stamina. Don't like that clutch. Vasquez. Bowden Francis. Hey, we can bring back knuckleballer Matt Waldron. Zach Penrod doesn't have good clutch or control. Not finding any starting pitchers that look good at the moment. Joel Piamps. Yeah, he could be an upgrade in the bullpen. How old is he? 33. Keep mind on him. Closers. Finally, Adams doesn't play defense. Got a good arm, but that's it. Nope. Sam Huff. Nope. Catchers. Luke and Baker. Definitely can hit. He could be a possibility. Well, I might want to go with the younger Blaze Jordan. They're both B potentials. J1 Bay. Nothing there. Ellis is 27. I'd rather have a younger guy. Right now, Seaver King's at the top of the list. Jordan Sprinkle from Mr. Hurricanes Twins. Great defense, not much of a bat. AJ Vukovic, we've had him before. He can hit lefties, so he would be a definite platoon with Fox in left field. So he might be second on my board right now. Vaquero's young, but he can't hit. Great defense. All right, so I am seeing Seaver King as our first pick. Let's take him right now. And nobody else went. All right, let's go get Vukovic to play left field. Platoon. And I'm going to take a second look at the starting pitchers and see if there's anybody I really want. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Randy Vasquez. He has 71 control. Good hits per 9 against righties. Not so great against lefties. Doesn't strike out the world, but he has good control, good home runs per 9, good stamina, decent clutch. Definitely help against lefties. Former Padre. We'll bring him back onto the team. Nice 5-pitch mix. Welcome back to the Padres, Randy Vasquez. We have to cut 2 players. We already cut one of our left fielders. We're going to cut this reliever, Ryan Ock. That gets us back down to 93. Mackenzie Gorge goes to the Marlins. 6 years, $195 million. Adley Rutschman stays with the Red Sox. Actually, he goes to the Red Sox because he wasn't traded in this franchise. So he's going to the Red Sox. 6 years, $100 million. Griffin Jacks goes to the Rangers. 3 years, $88 million. And a trade. The Marlins get O'Neill Cruz and Jared Triolo for Heriberto Hernandez and Javier Sanoa. So they're swapping 2 Bs for 2 Bs. So, yeah, all right. O'Neill Cruz off to Florida. And that's going to take us to spring training. I'm going to get our Starting rotation, I want to put some guys, the Mayfield and Mendez, I want to put them in the rotation, see how they do, getting a lot of starts in spring, set my lineups, and we'll be good to go from there. And then we'll hop in and get some gameplay in the spring, especially with those pitchers that I want to take a look at and see if they are Major League ready yet or not. And back at Date Palm Field here in spring training as the Cubs host the Padres. Get our first look at Miguel Mendez. And pick it up here bottom of the first. We went down 1-2-3. So Mendez facing Suzuki, Ozuna, and Bush. In our first look at Mendez, didn't watch him in the minor leagues previously. So first pitch is outside for a ball. Loaded lineup for the Cubs. This will be a good test. If you look at Mendez's numbers there, doesn't have the greatest stamina. Good strikeout pitcher. Will give up some home runs. Suzuki ahead in the count 3-1. Don't want to walk the leadoff guy. And he swings through that for strike 2, so now we have full count. And a 3-2 pitch. Low for ball 4, just missed, so leadoff walk to start the game. I'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. Played with several teams. Still playing as a full-time DH now. First pitch is high to him. What he did last year. I don't know if he played for the Cubs or who he played for. And to quickly look it up, this is his second year with the Cubs, so... Here's the 1-0 pitch outside. Count even at 2 now on Ozuna. See if we can get a ground ball double play. Got a couple of slow runners. Here's the pitch. High for ball 3, so count goes full. Mike Bush on deck. Mendez pitching in trouble already. Second batter of the game. Here's the pitch. And misses for ball 4, so he walks the first 2 guys he sees here in this first spring training game. Gonna bring in the home run threat and Mike Bush. Not like the other 2 guys weren't home run threats either. Here's the first pitch. Outside for a ball. His numbers last year. Count even at 1 on Bush. Really need a double play ball here. Here's a ground ball to short. Step on the bag for 1. Throw to first. And there we go. Room service. 6-3 double play. Gonzalez handles that one. See the replay. Hit it right to him. Right near the bag, doesn't even have to make a throw, and now we have a man at third and 2 out. And I'll bring in PCA. First pitch to him is outside again for a ball. See his numbers last year. Good numbers for Pete. Count even at 2 now on Pete Crow Armstrong. Here's the pitch. And it's a long fly to right, and that one's way out of here. Over the bullpen, and the Cubs take an early 2-0 lead. Mendez been struggling the entire inning. The Cubs made him pay for one right down the middle. All right, that'll bring in Alex Bregman. Doesn't get any easier. First pitch to him is a high fly ball into shallow right center field, and it's going to be caught. Hendrick on the run to finally end the inning, as the Cubs put up 2 here in the bottom of the first. And we would not score in the top of the second, so I pick it up the bottom half. Nico Hoerner, first man up, takes a pitch high for a ball. Mendez can reach triple digits. See, Hoerner had a good season last year. Cubs did win the World Series, beat the Guardians 4-1. Here's the first pitch, or 1-0 pitch, ground ball foul. Count even at 2. Here's the pitch to Hoerner, and low for ball 3, so another full count. Try to keep this leadoff man off base. Here's the pitch, and way outside, another walk for Mendez. That'll bring in Josiah Hartshorn. Know nothing about this guy. Take a look at him in 1 second. First pitch, fouled back off to the left. Here's Hartshorn's number. Not good contact, really good power vision. Good defense. He played 1 game in 2027. And the pitch from Mendez is a fly ball into left center field, racing over, and Vukovic is going to have that for the first out. Throw back into the infield. I'll bring in Dansby Swanson. First pitch to him. Strike at the letters in the outside corner. Here are his numbers last year. It's like all these Cubs had 20 home runs and 80-plus ribs. Swanson quickly behind 0-2. And the best at-bat so far for Mendez on the mound. And the pitch is strike 3, outside corner, letter high. There he goes. First K, as that's a second out of the inning. That'll bring in Creed Willems. Almost said Williams. It's Willems. First pitch to him is low, throw down, and a runner is safe with a stolen base. Now the Cubs have a man in scoring position, 2 out. 1-0 pitch is ripped into left field, and that's going to get down, and Horner's going to score, and it's going to be 3-0 Chicago here in the second inning. RBI single by Creed Willems. That'll take us back to the top of the order, and Seiya Suzuki. First pitch to him is ripped into right field and drops in front of Hendrick. Throw comes back in, and the Cubs are going to have men at first and second with 2 outs. Back-to-back 2-out hits. I'll bring in Ozuna. Pitch number 36. Tie for a ball. He walked in the first. Ozuna works the count full. Runners are going to be off with a pitch. 2 on and 2 out. And ball 4. So another walk. So now the bases are going to be loaded for Mike Bush. Cubs trying to blow this game wide open here in the second inning. First pitch on the way. Swings through it for strike 1. The count goes even at 2 on Bush. Bases loaded, 2 out here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch. Swings and misses and strikes out. So that's a second K for Mendez. But the Cubs are up 3-0 through 2 innings. All right, last inning for Mendez here. Leading off, Pete Crow Armstrong, 2-run shot his first time, and he rolls that one over to second base. Throw to first. There we go. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch. Got to love that. That'll bring in Bregman. See if we can have a nice 1-2-3 inning here. Pitch is high for ball 1. He flied out his first time. Bregman works the count to 3-1. Here's the pitch from Mendez, and another walk. 5-pitch walk. That'll bring in Nico Horner with 1 on and 1 out. Desperately need a double play here. First pitch. Ground ball foul. Horner down in a count 0-2. Fouled off 3 pitches in a row. Mendez needs a strikeout or a double play. And he gets the strikeout, 99 down and in. Nasty pitch there. It's his 3rd K. Then going to bring in Hartshorn with 1 on and 2 out. Trying to put up a goose egg for the first time all day. Takes strike right down the middle. And the 0-1 pitch from Mendez. Tapper back to the mound. Throw to first, and there we go. Give up a base runner, but no runs. And that's going to be the day for Mendez. And the Cubs would win this game 6-3. Our offense woke up a little bit once we went into the quick sim, but Lopez gets the win, Mendez the loss, and Strom the save. Look at this box score. Jonathan Long had 2 hits. Vukovic had 2 hits. We walked 10 times, but only scored 3 runs. A couple of doubles and a triple. There's Mendez's line. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. Got to cut down on the walks. That's just entirely too many walks. And if he's going to do that all spring, he will definitely be going back to AAA. See, Johnny Brito had a little bit of trouble later in the game. So, man, we walked 10 times and we can't only score 3 runs. That's not good. Now we're going to player lock with Kash Mayfield, get his first spring training start. We did get to see him last season down in the minors. Let's see how he does against major league hitters in his first spring training outing. Here's a good look at Mayfield and his pitch mix right there. Have a former Padre in the Brewers lineup. I saw it in the pregame. Manny Machado is playing 3rd base now for Milwaukee. All right, first man up for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. Mayfield's first pitch is bunted, down the line and foul. And the 1-2 pitch. The ground ball to short, grab there, throw to first. There we go, 1 up, 1 down. Good start by Mayfield. And I'll bring in catcher William Contreras. First pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner. So he had excellent numbers last season. Cash ahead in the count 0-2 quickly. Here's the pitch. Ripped into right field, down the line towards the corner, and it hooks foul. Contreras down 1-2. Mayfield looking for that first K of the spring. Here's a pitch. And it hit him on the thigh. Overcooked that slurve, and they're going to get their first base runner. That'll bring in Jackson Trio now. You can get him to hit the ball on the ground. First pitch is high for a ball. Trio's numbers last year, not that great. Maybe he was injured. I don't know. Field comes set. Here's the pitch. And it's ground ball to short. Back. Oh, through. Doesn't even get it. So they're going to have 2 men on and 1 out as Gonzalez missed that one. That'll bring in Kerry Carpenter. Big power bat here. He doesn't like lefties nearly as much as righties, though. See if he can get a double play out of him. Strike right there on the outside half. Excellent numbers for him. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss. Strike 2. There we go. And the 1-2 pitch is a long fly to left, and that one's out of here. Wow. Left that over the middle of the plate, and it's now 3-0 Milwaukee. Our young pitchers giving up first inning home runs in the spring. That is not a good look. And that'll bring in Manny Machado. Things don't get any easier here. First pitch is low for a ball. See Manny's numbers there. And this is the second season with the Brewers for Machado. See what he did last year. Count even at 2. See the 23rd pitch of the inning for Mayfield. And it's low for ball 3. So now count is full with Yelich on deck. And ripped foul. Full count on Machado. Here's the pitch. And it's a high fly ball in the center field. Merrill running back shy of the track, and we'll get that for the second out as he keeps him in the park. That'll bring in Yelich. First pitch to him. Strike in the outside corner. Here's Yelich's numbers. And the 1-1 pitch from Mayfield is a tapper to second base. Grab that, flip to first, get out of the inning, but the Brewers put up a 3 spot. Kerry Carpenter with the big home run. Not a good start. Second game in a row by our young pitchers. And we did not score in the bottom of the first, so top of the second, Joey Ortiz, first man up, taps that one foul. What he did last year, not great numbers at all. Ortiz down in the count, 1-2. Here's a pitch from Cash, and chases it, strikes out. There you go, first out of the inning, big strikeout for Mayfield. That'll bring in the 8th place hitter, Garrett Mitchell. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. His numbers last year. You have so many left-handed pitchers in the organization. Somebody has to work out besides Cruz Schoolcraft, as there's ball 2. And the 2-0 pitch to Mitchell. The high fly ball into medium center field. Jackson Merrill's got that, so 2 up, 2 down. Much better inning so far. That'll bring in Jesus Made. I call him Made. Whatever his name pronunciation is, there's a foul down the first base side. See what he did in the majors last year. Count goes even at 2. Mayfield looking for another strikeout. Here's the pitch. A high fly ball in the right field. Hendricks going to race over, and he'll have that. And there we go. A 1-2-3 second inning. Much better job by Mayfield and the Padres. And we did not score in the second, so top of the third, back to the top of the order. Bryce Terang takes a strike there on the inside corner. He grounded out his first time. Count even at 2-2 on Terang now. Here's the pitch. And 2-hopper to short. Throw to first, and there we go. Keep that leadoff man off. 5 straight retired. That'll bring in Contreras. First pitch to him is way outside for a ball. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. And the 1-0 pitch is a ground ball to short. Grabbed by Gonzalez. Throws from the outfield grass and gets him. There we go. 2 up, 2 down. That's 6 straight batters retired. Now to bring in Jackson Trio now with nobody on and 2 out. Pitch is way outside for a ball. See, he singled. Both he and Contreras scored on that home run by Carpenter. And the 1-1 pitch is a tapper to third. Grabbed there by Long. Plenty of time. Throw to first. And there we go. Another 1-2-3 inning. So Mayfield settled down after that home run. We're down 3-0 going to the bottom of the third. And we were able to put up 2 runs in the bottom of the third to get it back to a 1-run game. But now Riley Fry is going to come in and pitch, and we're going to go back to the quick sim. And the Brewers' offense was just too much as they win this game 7-3. Patrick the win, Mayfield the loss. Check this box score. Carpenter had a home run and a double. Yelich had a home run as well. So did Young-Hoo Lee. Our side, 5 hits, 2 walks, 10 Ks. Seaver King did come in late and get a home run. Mayfield, 3 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs allowed, no walks, 1 strikeout. So he gave up as many runs as Mendez, but only gave up 2 hits, had a hit by pitch as well. So he settled down after the first, did well. Riley Fry did not do well. And kind of mixed bag results here from our 2 rookie pitchers as they try to make this staff. And Mendez's next start right here against Seattle. We win this game 4-3. Mariners, home run by Naylor. Emerson Hancock was their pitcher. 2 hits for Jackson Merrill. Both home runs. Mendez, much better result this time. 3 innings, 4 hits, only 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, gives up 1 run. And we get the win. So did much better in the quick sim. Now Kash Mayfield against the Giants. Let's just hit triangle here and see what the result is. And we lose 4-3. 3 hits for Jackson Merrill, 2 hits for Blaze Jordan, 2 for Jacob Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a home run. Mayfield, that was not a bad start. Our bullpen gave it up. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. So these guys are doing much better in the quick sim than when we watch. And let's hop in and just quick manage. Just see how they do in that type of mode where we're not doing the quick sim, we're not watching them. Let's go into this game against the Cubs and see what Mendez does second time around. All right, let's see how he does in this kind of sim. Suzuki strikes out. Ozuna singles Bush. Double play, all right, out of that inning. Hendrick lines out, long singles. Merrill, 2-run shot. Those are the only 2 guys doing anything right now on offense for us. Isaac strikes out. Anderson walks. Jordan strikes out. Go to the second. Fly out. Hop out. Walk. A double. Second and third, 2 out. Ground out gets out of the inning. 1 out. 2 out. 3 outs to the third. Hop out. Strike out. Hit by pitch. Walk. Pop out. Gets out of that one. Bottom of the third. Strike out. Ground out. Fly out to the fourth. 1 out. Double. Strike out. Fly out. So no runs allowed in 4 innings. Bottom half. 1 out. Single. 2-run shot by Blaze Jordan. Ground out. Ground out. Go to the 5th. Go to pitching change. Gonna go to Brito. Single. Fielder's choice. Strikeout. Walk. Ground out. So still 4-0. Bottom of the 5th. New pitcher Dean Kramer. Ground out. Ground out. Strikeout to the 6th. Go back to the pen. Go with Sugart. 1 out. Single. Stolen base. Fly out. Fly out. Still 4-0. Bottom of the inning. New pitcher. 1 out. Single. Strikeout. Fielder's choice. Go to the 7th. Go back to the pen. And we'll go with Waddell. 1 out. 2 out. 3 out. Bottom half. Seaver King. Facing Javier Assad. Hop out. Fly out. Single. Hendrick. We're going to pinch hit for him with... Go with Kilpatrick. He flies out. Go to the 8th. Back to the pen. Go to Avila. 1 out. 2 out. Single. All these substitutions. Walk. 2 on, 2 out. A single. It's 4-1. Single. It's 4-2. Got to go to the pen. Go to Colby Allard to try and get out of this inning. There we go. Still 4-2 leads. We go to the bottom of the inning. And we're going to pinch hit with Reimer. New pitcher. Ground out. Pinch hit for Jackson Merrill with... No, we're going to leave him in the game. Sorry. Long ground out. Xavier Isaac. Grounds out. Go to the 9th. New pitcher coming in is going to be our closer. See if we can finish this off. Walk. Single. Single. It's 4-3. 3-run shot. We gave up 6 runs in the last 2 innings after shutting them out. Ground out. Fly out. Solo homer. He's just going to eat it. And now we go to the bottom of the ninth. Down 3. 1 out. Single. Strikeout. Strikeout. So started great. Offense stalled out. Bullpen sucked. And we lose 7-4. All right. Look at this box score. 3 hits for Hartshorn. 2 for Horner. Home runs by Hartshorn and Sorrell. When did they get Caden Sorrell? Lopez gives up 4 runs in 4 innings. Their bullpen only gives up 3 hits the rest of the way. Our side, 2 hits for Blaze Jordan, 2 RBIs for Merrill and Jordan. Both of them hit home runs. Mendez, 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, no runs allowed. Avila and Rodriguez stunk it up. And yeah, we take this loss in a game we should have won. All right, we're going to do the same thing here with Mayfield against the Guardians. Going to go into quick manage and see how he does in that sim. And we get to face lefty Parker Messick, the first left-handed starting pitcher we've gotten to see on camera here in the spring. Go to the quick manage, long, strikes out. Anderson grounds out. Merrill, solo shot. All right, up 1-0. Pop out, ends the inning. Bottom half, single, fly out, stolen base. Fly out, strikeout, there we go. Second inning, 1 out, 2 out, double, 2-run shot by Gonzalez. All right, 3-0, bottom of the second. A walk, 2 walks, pop out, double play, gets out of that mess. Strikeout, strikeout, ground out to the bottom of the third. 1 out, 2 out, 3 outs to the fourth. 1 out, 2 out, walk, fly out to the bottom of the fourth. Walk, a single, a double, it's 3-2. 1 out, 2 out, 3 out. So give 2 runs, but we keep the lead as we go to the 5th. New pitcher, 1 out, 2 out, 3 outs. It's our turn to go to a pitching change. We're going to go with Chris Matt. Single, pop out, double play. So we go to the 6th. 1 out, 2 out, 3 outs. Pitching change again. Go with Riley Fry. 1 out. Walk. Dealer's choice. Caught stealing. The 7th. New pitcher. A walk. Walk. Fly out. New pitcher. Pop out. A strikeout. So go to the bottom half. Back to the pen. Go with Winkowski. New batter. 1 out. 2 out. 3 outs to the 8th. And we'll pinch hit with Reimer. Get his first at-bat of the day. 1 out. Pinch hit and bring in Jackson. 2 outs. Gaddis facing Merrill. He flies out. Go to the bottom of the inning. Back to the pen. And we'll go with Waddell. 1 out. 2 out. Single. Single. Come on. 3-run shot. We're down 5-3. How can you get the first 2 guys out and then just can't get anybody out? He's just going to stay in. Strikes out. So now we go to the top of the ninth, down 5-3. We need some help in the bullpen, guys. And we'll just leave Vukovic in. Facing Cade Smith. All these defensive subs drive me insane. My God, how many defensive subs do we need? 1 out. Jordan. Singles. Isaac. Strikes out, and Seaver King strikes out, and we lose a game we should have won again, 5-3. Look at this box score. We only had 4 hits, and we scored a run on a home run by Merrill, a home run by Gonzalez. That was the extent of our offense. The 3 walks. We struck out 13 times. Mayfield, that wasn't bad. 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs earned. Wish he'd cut those walks down. Waddell. It's the first 2 guys out and gives up 3 straight hits, and we lose the game. And we had a big injury in the middle of spring training. Jacob Gonzalez broke his wrist. He's out 2 to 3 months, so he will not be our starting shortstop. We may have to go with Seaver King for the first couple of months of the season. That just means Ryan Jackson's probably going to make the team out of spring training, and these 2 guys will have to handle shortstop until Gonzalez comes back off the DL. We would have a rough spring, going 8-22 from this game right here to the end of spring training. We went 4-16. Not a good spring training at all. Let's hop in and see what the stats look like. Jonathan Long led the team with 27 hits, hit 300, drove in 13. Jackson Merrill hit 253 with 7 home runs, 17 RBI. That's what I needed from him, batting third. Need him to drive in runs. Vukovic, our new left fielder, 6 home runs, but only 9 RBI, hitting 240. Blaze Jordan, 3 home runs. Isaac had a rough spring. Gonzalez, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, but he's out 2 to 3 months. Seaver King only hit 178. Jackson hit 133, so we're going to have trouble at the shortstop position to start the year. Pitching side, Kash Mayfield, 26 innings, 28 strikeouts, 4.15 ERA, a 1.15 whip. And his starts here, 3 runs, 1 run, 2 runs, gives up 4 runs there against Colorado. Good bounce back against Arizona. So you can see he's got some good starts, but he also has some blow-up games as well. Jackson Ferris, 24 innings, 13 walks. That's too much. 4.50 ERA, 1.58 whip. Alec Marsh, 4.63. ERA did have 25 strikeouts, 23 innings. Vasquez, bad spring there. It doesn't matter. He's going to make the team. He has to. Mendez, 22 innings, 15 walks, 16 strikeouts, 5.73 ERA, 191 whip. He is definitely going back to the minors. And, we're probably going to send both these guys back. Mayfield just needs a little more help. See his ratings right there. Needs help on the hits per 9, controlled clutch. So send him down to AAA and let him pitch down there and see if he can get improved up and see if we maybe have to bring him up sometime during the season. Bullpen side, Sugar pitched well. Brito pitched okay. Allard sucked. Phillips was better than he was during the season last year. And Rodriguez, 14.54 ERA, 2.77 whip, 9 walks, and 8 2/3. What was his? Give up 15 hits, 9 walks. Wow. Yeah, we may have to go with Phillips as our closer to start the season. We'll leave him in the closing role for the first week or two and see how it goes when the real games start. All right, I will get our roster cuts made, our starting lineups, and our rotations and bullpens set up. I'll come back and show you what that looks like. And before we wrap up this episode, I'm going to go through a list of prospects that I am looking at to possibly do our second trade. May have to do one of those early in the season because we have an issue at shortstop, and we have a list of 5 different guys that I'm interested in. It just depends. When you go to this trade hub, these guys are not available. They're locked out, so we'll have to see how it goes. But if any of these guys show up during the season as able for us to make a trade, we may swing one before we get to the trade deadline. They start showing up on this trade list as we get closer to the trade deadline, but if we can get it earlier in the season, I will do my best. But I'll show you that list. We'll go over each individual player, but I got to get the roster set for the regular season first. So let's get that done. I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll go over those players. All right, here are the lineups for opening day. This is what we're going to go with against righties. Seaver King is going to start the season at shortstop. Here's the lineup against lefties. Pitching rotation, Marsh, Vasquez, Chris Matt, Fry, and Mazzucato. Brito's going to be our long reliever. And on this side, we flipped Allard and Waddell. Allard's numbers look better than Waddell, so I'd rather have him as the setup guy. And we'll monitor Rodriguez. Might flip him and Phillips as the season progresses. Here's our AAA roster with Salas and Alvarez leading the way. Starting pitchers are Schoolcraft, Mayfield, Jackson Ferris got sent down because of those walks. Mendez, Lizarraga, those guys are all going to be in the rotation. And then Cox will be the closer. Borthwick's going to stay there and be one of the setup guys. AA, recent draft pick Jason James will be in the rotation with Jackson Wolf. Also Richie Capps and Pete Ingram and Josh Worth from our last draft class. Going to monitor Sanabria down here at AA. He had a good season last year. Jacob Reimer is going to get full-time play every day down here in AA. See how he does. Maybe move him to AAA as the season goes. Tovar, recent draft pick. He's going to be our closer down here in AA. And then Shannon Valdez is going to play every day, either at second base or at DH. Want to get him some more ABs at AA. Needs work on his defense. Needs work on the power. He's going to be a really good hitter once we get him progressed up, and he's into the high 70s. So he'd definitely be a bat for us at the major league level at some point. Just got to figure out what position he's going to play and hopefully get that power boosted up into the 50s and 60s, and he'll do just fine at the major league level once he gets that up there. So, all right, I promised I would show you the prospects we're looking at possibly trading for with trade number 2. We'll start with the shortstops because that's the longer list. We also have some starting pitchers I'm looking at, but really need to look at shortstops right now with the injury at the major league level. First up is Franklin Arias with Boston. You can see he's locked out, so we can't trade for him at the moment, but he was on the trade block last year. There's his ratings right there. Second, short, and third. Really good defense. Offense is just a touch behind, and I will tell you that he is a 91 overall. I looked at his potential, and he has first pitch hitter and table setter as his quirks. Good speed. Also on our list, Arjun Nimala. See his numbers there. He's also not available at the moment. His bat is a little bit ahead of Arias. Defense a touch behind, about the same speed. He can play second, short, third, and center field. He also has a couple of quirks, rally monkey and situational hitter. And his max potential is an 86. White Sox have a couple of shortstop. One of them we could trade for right now if we wanted to. Caleb Bonemer is the first one. Billy Carlson the second. Bonemer, actually look at him as a possible third base down the road as well. See, he is not available. Carlson is. Bonemer, much better bat than everybody else. Defense is good spot. Good speed as well. Can play second, short, and third. He has rally monkey, yes. And this potential maxes out at an 88. Billy Carlson, like I said, we can make this trade right now. 21-year-old shortstop. Bat is a little bit below, but he's got best defense out of all the guys we've looked at so far. He can play second, short, and third. And he also has first pitch hitter and rally monkey. And his potential tops out at 85. And one last shortstop. I'm not sure how realistic that would be for us to make a trade in division with the Giants, but Oswar Gonzalez, 20-year-old A potential shortstop. He can also play second and third. Really good vision. His bat is in a good spot, but his defense is behind most of the others. Does have some stolen base ability in there, and he is a switch hitter. He has no quirks, and his potential tops out at 91. So, got a lot of options there. The only one we could trade for right now would be Carlson. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Might have to force our hand and do that, but he's got the lowest potential out of all of them at 85 max. So we'll just see how this goes. Get in and play the first month or two and see what our major league shortstop position looks like. See how quickly Gonzalez can come back from the injury. Pitchers, the guys that I'm looking at. Ryan Sloan, who was traded by Seattle to Cleveland last year. He is not available at the moment, but 22 A potential at 74. His stamina, I wish it was higher, but good control, good strikeouts per 9. And he has one quirk, which is day player. And his potential maxes out at 92. Again, he's not available yet, but if he is available, I'd definitely be interested in him, especially since he's a right-handed pitcher. Royals have a pitcher I'm interested in. This Kendry Chirio, 20-year-old B potential at 71 overall. It's not available on the trade board just yet, but look at those numbers. Good strikeouts, good hits per 9, much better stamina. It's just got to get his control and his clutch up. And like I said, he is 20 years old, and he has no quirks. His potential maxes out at 81, though. Third starting pitcher I'm interested in is this Felipe Zarate, 19-year-old B at 73. He has excellent control and stamina. Clutch is in a good spot, too. Just the rest of his per 9s need to move up, and he's only 19 years old, so he has a little bit of time to go to develop. No quirks on him, and his potential maxes out at 80. And the last guy on the list, Seth Hernandez, 21-year-old A potential at 72. They traded for Cade Anderson as well, and Robbie Snelling. So he's got a lot of guys in front of him and a pretty good pitching staff. So we might be able to pry Hernandez away from Pittsburgh if he goes and becomes available for trade. See his numbers there. Pretty even across the board. Wish the stamina was higher. Actually wish the strikeouts were higher as well. Again, he's 21 years old. Has one quirk, which is outlier. So His fastball will exceed his limits there, so he'll throw higher than 95, probably throw close to triple digits, and his potential maxes out at 92. So monitor that situation and see which one we can end up with, but I think we're going to have to make a deal at some point and get us a real shortstop, because we can always draft pitching. It also depends on what's available in this draft. That is where we are. We wrap up the offseason and spring training. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a look at some of our young pitchers and see what they've done in spring training and what we have to look forward to. And we will make sure we cover these guys down in the minor leagues as well as the stuff at the major league level. We will have 3 episodes for the season. So I'm going to do the beginning of the season, the last few days, whatever, how many games we have in March, all of April, all of May. That'll be an episode. Then we'll do June and July as a separate episode with the draft and the trade deadline and everything in the middle of that one, and get to see the prospect ratings. And then we'll wrap it up with September or August and September. And if anybody makes the playoffs in the minor leagues, we'll go through that real quick as well and get into the off season. So give you a game plan for what the seasons look like going forward. We'll even slow it down further once we get more of our prospects that we've drafted into the system and in on our major league roster. And don't forget, this year's draft, we got pushed up to the number 1 pick in the draft. So make sure you come back. I will show you all the players as we scout them, see which guys we could possibly take with that pick. And if you guys like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode, which will be opening day, goes live. You guys take care, have a good one, and go Padres.